Could you unknowingly be stripping away health margin via taking over-the-counter medications? Yes, yes, you could be. I talk to friends, family, patients on a regular basis who tell me things like, oh, I just took ibuprofen or I just Tylenol. I feel so much better now. I'm ready to go. I can do it now. Or, I'm talking to a patient going through their medical history, and finally, it comes out after, an hour that, well, yeah, actually, I guess I do. I take ibuprofen or I take Tylenol or I take aspirin, you know, oh, yeah, 2 to 3 times per week. Or like one patient, I forgot to mention that they take 4 to 6 per day of ibuprofen and Tylenol. They've been doing it for years. Fellow humans, this is no small thing. All right, so hit that subscribe button and click the little bell to be notified when there's a new video. And as always, I'll be hanging out in the comments section after the video is released, responding to your comments or questions. So when the body is producing pain, swelling, these signals are coming out, whether that's your knee, your stomach, your sinuses, your head, there is a purpose, there is a reason behind these symptoms. And when you pop the Motrin, the Aleve, the Tylenol, the issue generating those symptoms did not go away. The capacity to generate the symptoms was simply downgraded or put on hold by the drug. So I remember in high school there was a bucket of ibuprofen in the coach's office. You would literally see guys go and grab handfuls of these little reddish tablets, before practice, before games, after games, and I'm so grateful that for some reason that did not register for me to do that. And why are allergies getting worse? Why does your body over-respond to viral illness? Why does it take so long to fully recover? Why are my joints and muscles so easily irritated? Why is your digestive system, so touchy? If you are consuming these NSAIDs, these non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, as needed, consider the risk versus benefit for yourself. These are not vitamins, these are not minerals. At no point is the body ever deficient in these drugs. And please recognize that ibuprofen is altering the composition of your gut flora when you consume it. It is reducing the diversity of bacteria in your body. When this happens, the immune margin is reduced, and the likelihood of things like autoimmunity, allergies, illnesses that don't have a real rhyme or reason are going to increase. And also related to digestive health, the American Gastroenterology Association's their general journal, Clinical Gastroenterology and Hepatology, big one, published a paper in 2005 showing that as early as 3 days after consuming ibuprofen, that gastrointestinal bleeding was observed in otherwise healthy people. So, the sinus pressure, the itchy eyes, the feverishness, sure, that might go down, but what's happening to your gut, the depletion, potential bleeding as a side effect? And there's another study that was published in the Journal of Clinical Biochemistry and Nutrition, this was 2013, and they showed that 70% of patients who consistently use NSAIDs had mucous membrane damage in their small intestine. Small intestine is where we absorb most all of our nourishment. Along with that, actually, there's intestinal bleeding. In fact, they're actually developing drugs now to try to protect the mucin lining along the small intestine to offset this. Unfortunately, the side effects of these particular drugs that should protect it to offset the side effects of the ibuprofen, Tylenol, and these kind of things actually are too intense that they've not been put on the market. So, whatever you're using ibuprofen for, whatever you're using Tylenol for, you gotta think, okay, do I need it? How badly do I truly need it? Is there some other way? Is the bacterial imbalance worth it? Is my digestive membrane integrity being compromised worth it? Because there's also, another area of challenge related to NSAID use is its effects on the central nervous system and essentially depressing or slowing the function of the CNS. This can happen from, like acute doses where people actually end up, in a coma because they're just taking crazy toxic doses. But what's more common is just general brain fog, sluggish thinking, decreased motivation, lower energy. That comes from central nervous system depression because of, consistent taking of these kind of medications. On top of that, there's a 2018 paper that showed that ibuprofen in men led to testicular physiology changes, basically the Leydig cell function decrease. And these cells are what are responsible for testosterone production. And there was even a change in the expression of particular genes related to testosterone production and promoting of actual inflammation within the testicles. This is not good news. So they actually called this effect compensated hypogonadism because the testosterone were actually maintaining in the blood, but it was requiring so much more energy via the body, so much more signaling to get those testosterone levels up because of the changes in the testicles. So I know none of this is written on the packaging, unless it's because it's not like a cute life or death situation, these symptom pictures, but they create great mental and physical function, derangement over the long term. So many times I find in the era of abundance and the prevailing idea that we should never experience discomfort, that actually removing inputs is the most powerful thing we can do to promote health accumulation. So like removing ibuprofen, removing Tylenol from our life is what actually helps us heal. So I would love to hear your Tylenol, your ibuprofen story. I would love to hear how you overcame achy joints, how you overcame headaches, your sinus infections, your allergies, your fevers by using something else to make that happen. Because getting beyond NSAIDs, that's an empowering situation, knowing that you can do something that is not ibuprofen, Tylenol, aspirin, that is going to have this significant damper on your health process. And I know so many of you guys and gals have such amazing stories of how you did this or that, made this tweak, this change, and it relieved that symptom picture you're having. And that picture you had, there's all kinds of other people that have that same exact picture. That is why commenting and telling your story is of huge value, because somebody else is going to resonate and they're going to realize, well, that's what I can do, and it's going to help them accumulate health. All right. If you know somebody out there who's just popping ibuprofen, Tylenol, aspirins like it's no big deal, it might as well be a Skittle, send them this video, share it with them, because it could empower them to make serious health benefiting decisions. I'm Dr. Matt. Look below. We have a new download for you guys and gals. Hope it's super helpful and just inspiring you and getting you on that road to health accumulation.